just to continue on kind of having a custom risk field and how we might continue to use that to drive this communication. Executives might want real-time notifications when any deal over a certain size moves to COVID risk. So moves to a higher level of COVID risk. So it might be a requirement where an executive says, hey, I want to know if any of our deals, we hear from the client that they're considering delaying the sale or the purchase because of COVID. And that should go to high, and you would want to establish with your sales team kind of what does high mean, what does medium and low mean, and when should they be setting those values. But hey, I want to see that hit the CRM as high immediately if these parameters are met. And then all we have to do, so we can actually come in here and set up a custom notification. So the first aspect of this is going to be, you need to know, are you just notifying one executive or are you notifying a group? Typically, it's probably a group. And there's various ways you could do this. You could just alert the manager, or you can make it do whatever you want. For the purposes of our examples, I'm just going to say there's a group of sales executives who want to know about key deals that are escalating in COVID risk. So I'm going to go ahead and create a public group, or see if I already have one. This is just like a Trailhead Play org. So let's go ahead and create executive or sales executives as a public group. And let's say that anyone, you can either put specific users in there or roles. Let's just go ahead and put this person in here. So we're going to save this. Okay, so we're going to have a group of sales executives, and we're going to say that that we want to notify them when this escalates. And we're not going to send them an email because there's so much email going on. It's just going to get lost in the shuffle. We want them to get a notification directly in Salesforce or on the mobile app, up here in your notification tray, or on your mobile app as a push notification with a link to click straight in the deal and jump all over it. And so what we'll do is we'll make sure that we have a custom notification type set up. So I'm just going to call this push desktop and mobile. We're going to support both channels, and we're going to save that. So we're going to have that be our custom notification type. And now we're going to go into our automation, and we're going to say in the process builder, we're going to create a process that is called notify, or actually, I like to start with the object, and let's call it the opportunity object. We're going to, this is going to be risk escalation. Now, if this wasn't a demo org and I was going to be using this for various types of notifications, I'd probably call this something like opportunity notifications, or even opportunity automation. The idea there is just you want to try to keep as few process builders per object as possible. And so, I digress a little bit. It's not really critical to what we're doing here, but just wanted to at least make that point. So we're going to fire this off when a record changes, specifically when an opportunity changes. And it's telling me, hey, look, you already have a process here. And again, for demo purposes, we're going to ignore that. Don't need recursion. So whenever an opportunity is created or edited, we want to know, let's say that the deal is over $50,000 and risk has moved to high. So large deal at high COVID risk. And so we're going to set that by looking at the amount on the opportunity. We're going to say greater than or equal to 50K. And then we're going to say that the COVID risk field is changed. Well, instead of doing this change, what we'll do is we will just say equals high. and we will use this little checkbox down here under advanced. And what this means is if, let's say that the opportunity is 50,000 and it's high, and then they edit a different field, I don't want it to push the notification out again. I only want it to push the notification when these criteria become true. So either it was already over 50,000 and the COVID risk is set to high, or the COVID risk was set to high and then the deal became larger than 50,000. In either scenario, I want to then receive this push notification to my sales executives. So that's what we're doing with this little checkbox. We save this, and what we're going to do is send a custom notification, and we're going to say notify sales executives. We're going to use that notification type that we had already set up. We're going to use our executive group here that we set up as the recipient. Now you notice we could do user, we could go to the owner, we could go to someone on the account team. There's a variety of ways to choose who the recipient is, and we could certainly go to like the manager of that salesperson, or however you want to control the notifications. Now for the notification title, again, you can merge fields in here, so we can say something like opportunity name is at high COVID risk and is worth, and then we'll put the amount in here. And you can decide what you want on the body as well. You know, I'm going to go ahead and just put the same thing in here. Or, you know, we'll just do the opportunity name is at high COVID risk, and we'll say down on the body, deal is worth this amount and is being or even more succinct, managed by, and then you can put the opportunity owner. And save that. And then that bottom little check radio box was saying the target of the notification, meaning when I click on it, where are we going to get directed to, is going to be the record that was edited. So, you know, we set this up. Another option would be to set it up to be notified instead of immediately. You want to give it 30 minutes or an hour. You can schedule it out. And by scheduling it out, if it gets set there but gets set right back, then you don't get executives involved. Sometimes it's good to have a buffer in there. Anyways, a lot of different options, but the core message here is that by activating this and setting this automation up, the result is that if we come into a deal and we, you know what, I just realized for demo purposes, I better add myself to this group. Otherwise, you're not going to see the notification. So let's also put me in the group. Okay. And now we'll come in here. We're going to set this deal to 50,000. And we're going to say COVID risk is high. We're going to save this. All right. And as soon as that record was saved, you notice, bam, notification right here up in the bell. And it says, bowling and stuff, cool op is at high COVID risk, deals worth 50,000, managed by Spencer. So again, we can massage this. We could put a little money sign in front of the 50,000, you know, reword this however you want. But when you click into it, you're going to come straight to this record and see what's going on. And then you can get involved on the record. You can chatter. You can say, hey, at Spencer, noticed this escalated in risk. How can I help? Or maybe you get, you know, you schedule a meeting, or maybe you get right on the phone. But this is going to drive that immediate communication between the team and help executives get really quickly involved on strategic deals that are put at risk due to COVID, so that they can start helping massage those and minimize the impact to your pipeline and to your revenue.